So when I describe Spokane to people, I say, you know, it's this great spot between the Cascades and the Rocky Mountains.
It's exactly in the middle, and it's in the middle not just geographically but culturally. To me, it's just a perfect combination.
It has all the features of a big city, but the feeling and sense of a small town.
And to me, Spokane is a place where my ancestors came here to settle, to find a better way of life.
We just feel very lucky to have found a place like Spokane where there's such a treasure trove of architectural history because there was so much mining in this region, especially from northern Idaho, that contributed to the economic growth in the late 1800s and early 1900s.
When the railroads came, the city took off. It wasn't just the railroads and the mining and the lumber that made Spokane what it is. It is the river, which thunders right through the middle of downtown.
It drew people here in the first place and to turn it into a city, but obviously longer before that, it brought people to this area. So it has, you know, just hundreds of years of history to it.
So you had abundance here, and that is what I think drew all the peoples here. Even before the white man came, this was a gathering place for tribal people.
So this area for itself was a life-giving force for our people. And that was an ongoing, continuous historic event.
That mixed with the backdrop of beautiful historic buildings of great architectural quality makes it really unique.
You've got to go to a city that wiped out its downtown and rebuilt it in the 60s to understand the value of what we have right here.
Some of these old buildings have been just phenomenal for us to move into. Built with old floor drains, great brick, phenomenal historic appeal, and just wide open spaces. I mean, these places were built really, really well, and they kind of give it a great atmosphere. We were able to revitalize the downtown with really cool projects.
The hotel was built in 1914. It took 2 years to complete. We bought the hotel in 2000, and it took us 2 years for the renovation.
We're down here almost every day, and then sometimes it's just interesting to be in the lobby and watch the people come through and look at everything and want to know about the history, and it's very rewarding. And we didn't realize how many people would want to have the hotel open again. And when we did open the hotel, other businesses stepped up, and the revitalization of downtown Spokane has been wonderful.
The Fox in 1931, this was magnificent. First building with air conditioning. This was built like many theaters of that time.
The concert hall is one of the instruments. I like to think of it as an instrument. And to this day, you know, we've been here almost 4 years, but every time I come here for a rehearsal, or just even this morning, just coming through the lobby, I just look up and taking all the wonderful details. You know, it's just so gorgeous. There's just nothing like this anywhere in the country.
So we really wanted to make sure that we were as careful with all the details of the original 1931 building as possible, from the carpet design to the restoration of all the beautiful murals.
Steam plants were in all major downtowns, and this one heated all the major buildings until 1986. Fortunately, they captured the imaginative style here of retaining as many of the catwalks and tanks and boilers and pipes as we could, and here it is.
And Spokane is not just a downtown. Spokane has fabulous historic neighborhoods. All the cool neighborhood districts, Brown's Addition and South Perry and the Garland neighborhood.
I think the cool thing about the blend of our community is that so much of our history, so many of the assets that are historic have played a huge role in the vision for the future of this community.
Well, I mean, one of the greenest things you can do is actually preserve an existing building. There's a lot of embodied energy in historic buildings.
The best example I can think of a great sort of marriage between sustainability and preservation is the Saranac building. I mean, the insulation is old blue jeans. There's a lot of really innovative stuff that they did. The rooftop, it has beautiful landscaping that helps hold in some of the heat, and it also captures rain into the gray water system. There's just a ton of features that are really great.
That you can still have something that's economically sustainable in the here and now, but still holds the integrity and the pristine value of something that has huge cultural significance.
That past is important because it gives us our present. And our present is important because whatever we do right now, there's going to be a future.
My children walk to school. You know, they walk from a historic home to a historic school building a few blocks away, and their neighborhood they're walking in is beautifully laid out and designed, and it's just a treasure. I think we always need to be appreciative of that.
You know, when I think of Spokane and the perfect image that sums it all up, I think of a montage of images that include the clock tower and the falls with the Monroe Street Bridge and the incredible river flowing in early spring with the spray going all the way up over the top of the bridge.
For me, Spokane is home. I mean, I've lived all over the world, and this is the place I choose to live.
I guess my word for Spokane would be beautiful.
To me, Spokane represents a great opportunity.
To me, Spokane is about revitalization, and we're so happy it's taken place.
Spokane is a fabulous place to live and to visit.
Spokane is great neighborhoods.
To me, I would describe it as Spokane's my just go home.
To me, Spokane is very spiritual.
Spokane is magical.
You need to come to Spokane because it's perfect. In an imperfect world, that's living large, man.
Spokane's story is like no other, and we want you to be part of it. Come see the history and beauty here within the heart of the inland Northwest. Come see Spokane.